Today we are going to uncover a lot of understanding and knowledge about property that potentially you have never gone through before, be it yourself, your own experience, or perhaps online when you're reading some of the articles, newspaper, or even videos on YouTube. What are the successful approach that we should be taking for properties, as well as a lot of mistakes that other people are making, and how we as homeowners and busy professionals can actually avoid them. I'm going to share with you today is very relevant, very current. Why? Because I am still doing this currently. All right, I'm still buying, I'm still selling, and I'm still structuring my portfolio alongside with my clients. And that's how we stay ahead of the curve to help many out there to navigate through their property journey. So I want to share with you all a little bit more about how we look at supply. Okay, why is this important? Because whatever is happening, I tell you, it has happened before. It's just that you all are not in the market to understand it. So back in 2017 and 2018, we are having the same data points just like today. Because 2017 and 2018, we are having a high supply kind of situation, meaning a lot of properties TOP during that period. And this has happened before. We have a lot of newly TOP properties. So in the marketplace, it seems like, wow, there's a lot of supply going on. And yet there's still new launches keep coming out. But why do we study supply and demand? So let me ask every one of you here. If today, okay, we have a high supply, what will happen to price? Price goes up or come down? If there's a high supply, the prices will come down. Okay, so this is the fundamental for economics, right? And when we have a low supply, generally what will happen to price? Price will go up. Okay, so this is where the confusion comes in. For example, right now you see that there's a huge supply going on. Then you say that, wow, oversupply lah, prices confirm will come down. Then you worry, you don't do anything. Okay, but if we look at this data, can you see that back in 2017, 2018, we already anticipate and we know that the supply is going to come down. Why do we know? Because Singapore data is very transparent. As long as you know how to pool your resources and get access, you will be able to study this back in 2017, 2018. So we know that the supply keep coming down. Why? Because there's scarcity of land. We don't have enough. Developers or government cannot release land every other year, so that there's a lot of land going on. There must be a cycle going. So because we already acknowledge and we kind of have this blueprint that the supply is going to come down by 2021. So today, if let's say you are thinking from an investor perspective, what's our home investor objective? Our home investor objective is growth. If today I want my property to grow, let me ask every one of you here. Will you enter at A when the prices is low, or will you enter at B when the prices is high? You all can just tell me your answers. There's no right or wrong answers. We are all here to learn. Okay. If today you want to grow your property, you want to make your group property increase in value. Alright, so this is very counterintuitive. Okay, very counterintuitive, because in the marketplace right now you feel like, wow, there's so many properties out there haven't sold. New launches keep coming out, but that is the best time for us to go in because of sensitive pricing. And when we buy into the market when nobody there to buy, we just have to wait for the right time to exit the market. So why am I sharing with you this? Because this is what is happening right now. Again, you can see that the supply is coming down. Okay, today you experience it yourself. Okay, so actually this has happened before, but many homeowners don't have access into all this data. Like what you're watching here in terms of understanding property using data and numbers to guide you, smash the subscribe button now so you can get real-time updates and learn how to make wise investments for yourself and your family through properties. So the key thing is that if you also understand that today the market is coming down, when will you want to enter the market? Will you want to enter during the A time, or will you want to enter during the B time? Okay, so that's why whenever we are looking at supply and demand, this is also a key indicator. One of the key indicators is not the only indicator, please. One of the indicators to help us to know when we exit, okay, and enter the market. And this is also one of the reasons why we are able to enter the property market. Later on, I will share with you when did we enter and when did we exit, purely based on supply and demand to illustrate what's happening. And all this information you can get from M&D website, because how we track every single time when there's a new site GLS that's been sold, we will track how their performance, how much they are being sold, how many units they are going to come into the marketplace, and then we tabulate all these things. Of course, if I ask you as a consumer and a homeowner to do it, it's going to take you forever. Okay, you won't be able to even get some of all this data, you see. So why am I saying that now this time round is a very exciting period? Because of the supply coming down today. If I'm able to enter at A period and get some something decent. Eventually, when the supply comes down, that is the time I want to sell to grow my capital. All right, and these are all done very specifically. Of course, whatever I share with you, sometimes it may not be so accurate. Why? Because you may have your own family situation that you cannot move house, you cannot sell, cannot buy. There are many other perspectives that we need to help you, which is why in our personal consults, that's where we uncover a lot of your own personal situation, and then we plan and see what works the best for you guys. All right, how we do it ourselves. Okay, and I want to bring you back into the time where the market situation. So just now, if you all can recall, what happened in 2018? Okay, 2018. Why I want to bring you back into this period. So some of you, maybe you own a property during then, or maybe you have considered doing something but you choose not to, because during that time, our property price index went up very, very high, close to 9.6%. So just now, if you all can recall, what happens next? It actually came down, right? It came down after that. Oh, nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. But because we understand the supply and demand situation, we go back to fundamentals and foundation of properties. We went in to purchase a property in 2018 when nobody will want to buy property. Because why? Price so high. That's the first thing. Second, price why high? Because today you can see the prices actually went up almost 10% already. So private property prices actually went up. When things go up, you won't want to buy property one, correct? Not only that, trade wars was going on between US and China. So it actually hit the economy. Wow, like very negative leh. Then you ask me, Edmund, so negative you dare to buy man? Because I don't look at noises, I look at fundamentals. Okay, that's how we get you guys. And then what happened? This is not all leh. Wow, our interest rate very high leh. During that period, it's higher than last time, correct? You see, it went higher. So today, in the high interest rate environments, do you dare to buy property? Chances are you don't. But is there opportunity? That's what we look at. And this is not all. Our GDP, wow, damn lousy. Our GDP only 1.9% only. Very lousy. Wow, so double hit, triple hit, 4 times hit. And not only that, cooling measures was introduced during that. How many of you can remember? And how many of you find that whatever I shared with you are very similar? Very familiar, because my friend, right now we are also having the same situation. Now that I explained to you, are we in a very high interest rate environment? Are we in a very high price environment? Are we having cooling measures just introduced? See, all these are factors that things repeat. History will always not repeat by itself, but it will leave trails of clues that things are similar. So what did we do during then? Among all these noises, of course, if you ask me as a human being, will we be concerned? Will we be careful? Of course. But we go back to our fundamentals that we understand about how property is working. We look at supply and demand. We went to purchase a property in 2018 August, and we bought a 1.059 property, a 2-bedroom, when nobody are also looking at property. But what happened? 4 years later, we sold at 1.28 million. Why? Because market rebounded, right? Market rebounded after the slight 0.2% drop, right? But it went up, you see. So that's why the thing is, my friends, it's not sometimes whatever the market and the noises are telling you. It's not that you cannot buy property. But the question is, are you familiar with how to buy a property? And that's where we are here to give you access. So today you can say that, Edmund, you in property, that's why you know. If today I give you a time machine and go back to 2020 COVID period, you dare to buy property, right? Like me, share with me. Come, who is very gung-ho enough and tell me, yes, I will dare to buy. Oh, but don't bluff. Okay, some of you say, no. Of course, when COVID happens, you dare to buy, man? I don't think so, man. Right? But right now, if you look back, wow, 你会不会早知道 I buy? Now I look back, I should have bought something. Because when the market is fearful, many people don't dare to do it. That's when there's opportunity for us. So back in 2020, because of all the things that we know, all the fundamentals that we go through, we bought a property in June. We bought another property in June. Circuit breaker, I think, finished about May period or something. June, we went to buy it. Okay, because everybody is having a sit and wait situation. Everybody is sitting and waiting. They don't know what to do. But we go back to our fundamentals and we look at it.
Hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to get updates of our new videos.
Okay, disclaimer, do I know what is going to happen to COVID? I don't know. Nobody knows when it will recover. Do I know that it will recover in 2 years? I also don't know. Maybe it will last for 5 to 6 or 8 years. I also wouldn't know. But why do we still purchase? Because we based on one fundamental fact, supply and demand, and our own affordability. Today, write down, never enter into the property market if you cannot hold it. Okay, never. It's so high risk. So I have some clients who come to me and say, Edmund, I want to buy property through you, but I only got 3 years of funds to pay. Can I still buy? I will run far away. I will advise you not to. Okay, so today you never enter into the property market if you cannot sustain the property. It's a very, very high risk thing. I'm not here to ask you all to speculate. Okay, I'm not here. So in the worst case situation, like I say, I cannot predict what's going to happen in the future, but I can lower down your risk as much as possible. So 2020, a lot of people also tell us, Edmund, you siao, you're going to buy this property. Then what happened? Don't know whether it can recover or not. If COVID never recover, how? Do you buy this property? How? See, there's a lot of question marks. But same thing, we go back to fundamentals. Very important. Okay. Then what happened? This property that I bought in 1.151 million just in March. Of course, the prices has really went up. For a higher floor unit, 20th floor, transacted at 1.52 million. A lower floor unit at 08 can transacted at 1.48 million. My unit is on the 14th floor. Am I safe to say that I can command at least 1.5 million or even 1.48 million? Quite safe, quite safe. Of course, prices has really went up, okay? So this is the reason why I mentioned it's not about the noises out there. Yes, we are fearful when things are happening. But if you dive into the access of research data and numbers to provide you that kind of confidence, and these are all very logical because why? Numbers cannot lie. How many of you agree? If you agree, type in agree. Numbers cannot lie one. If the number says yes, means yes. If your finances cannot make it, then you say no, don't do it. Why would you want to push yourself to it? Alright, so this is very important. If all this did right was to help you get clear and certain of this property in your situation, do you think it will be worth it to spend some cost, some time, some effort to really do this properly? Type in yes inside the chat. If all this did right was able to help you make decisions based on research data and numbers, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it to spend that kind of time and really to dive in a little bit deeper? And if all this did that, what we are doing right now by you working with us one-on-one, right, is to give you back the sanity with the right information without second guessing, and you will not worry about that, hey, today the decision I make, I guess one, I don't know whether it can or not. Would it help you to get clearer in terms of your plan?
It's easy to be swayed into making quick decisions based on needs when we don't look through a long-term perspective. That is why the Singapore Real Estate Insider is here for you. Through my years of industry experience and careful data study, I can help you achieve your property investment goals. So do contact us through the details in the description below.